So Kevin Magnussen's taken pole for the Brazilian Grand Prix sprint race. Even a day later I've still got a massive smile on my face. I mean, seeing him drive the wheels off that car in unpredictable conditions and take his and Haas's first pole is by far the best thing I've seen this season. But it doesn't look good for his teammate Mick Schumacher, who qualified in a dismal last place. And as more information has come to light about his future, Daniel Ricciardo has opened up even more about his. But before we begin, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe for more Formula 1 content, and you can follow me on Twitter at James_Formula1 and there'll be a link in the description. So qualifying last in Brazil was the last thing Schumacher needed. Yes, the Haas car hasn't been the best this season, but unpredictable conditions in Brazil made qualifying a bit of a free-for-all, to be honest. I mean, 1 minute it was raining, then it wasn't, so it was a great chance for teams lower down the order to get further up the grid. But Schumacher wasn't able to take advantage of the ever-changing conditions and couldn't find the pace to get out of Q1. Whilst I'm not going to judge him against his teammates' pole position, it's fair to say that Magnussen took risks and got his car into Q3 on merit, and Schumacher simply wasn't able to do that. Mick said, "It just seems that maybe I underestimated the grip. Obviously the track looked pretty damp, but maybe it wasn't damp as I thought. It's very frustrating because I think we had a good car." Now Schumacher is out of contract at the end of this season, and while the Haas car has been average this year, if Schumacher had put the car into Q3 at least, that would have been good for him. But qualifying last when he had a prime opportunity to show what he can do when an opportunity is there, I'm afraid that just won't be good enough for Haas. Now Schumacher said he does have a plan B away from Haas, and following Brazil, it looks like plan B will have to be enforced. Sky Sports pundit Martin Brundle, who drove with Mick's dad Michael Schumacher at Benetton all those years ago, suggested Mick might benefit from taking a year out of Formula 1 next season. He was quoted by the Daily Express as saying, "It's a tough one for Mick, let's take some emotion out of it and his surname. Let's put everything to one side. Has he done well enough? Has he got enough speed? He has crashed a lot of cars. Is there enough future with Mick? Maybe a year out and being a reserve driver, learning and coming back might be good for him." Now with former F1 driver Nico Hülkenberg tipped to replace Schumacher at Haas, Automotor and Sport recently revealed that Mercedes are eyeing up Schumacher as their reserve for next season. And if you want to find out more, I'll leave a link to a video in the description. But this won't be good news for Ricciardo, who's also been heavily linked with a reserve role at Mercedes, and now he's opened up more about his future. So as we know, this season hasn't been the best for Ricciardo. Yes, we've seen flashes of his old self like in Mexico, but overall he's underperformed at McLaren and as a result had his contract terminated early for Oscar Piastri. And he's openly said that he's not going to be on the grid next year, with him set to be a reserve in 2023. And speaking more about this, he said the reserve role would have to be unique. He was quoted by the race as saying, "Obviously it has to work on both sides, but it has to sit well with me. It's why I don't want to just jump on the grid again next year. I want to take this opportunity to make sure I get enough time for myself to feel the way I need to feel about the sport again." Now Daniel has said that returning in 2024 is not a guarantee, but has now even gone on to accept that Brazil and Abu Dhabi could be his last 2 Grand Prix ever. He was quoted by Racer as saying, "I don't want this to be my last 2 races in F1, but if it is, then I accept that could be an outcome. Let's say because I'm at peace with that, I'm then betting on myself that doing what I'm doing will prepare me for the best version of myself if I do get the opportunity. I think it's one where if I get the opportunity, I don't want to be Daniel operating at 95%, I want to be fully charged." So this could be the last year we actually see Daniel in F1, and that's sad. I mean, he's had his recent struggles, but we know how good he can be. Remember when he won the Monaco Grand Prix with half an engine in 2018, or in China that year when he went from 6th to 1st with some incredibly bold overtakes. It's a shame it's come to this, but let's see what happens and if another opportunity arises. But what do you think will happen? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.